Hello, my dear friends. Very good evening and welcome to EduTap. So, guys, I welcome you all to your lecture number 19 under Government Scheme Series. Today, we are going to talk about two important schemes which are in news nowadays a lot. So, we'll discuss important MCQs of those schemes. Now, why are we discussing MCQs? See, you read a scheme for an exam, that is one thing, but then to know that what is going to be asked in the examination from that scheme is another thing, right? So you have to know that what kind of questions are going to be coming in the examination. So that is the reason we try to cover the schemes through MCQ, so that you not only cover a scheme but also get the right orientation of what to cover in a scheme. Okay. So this is your lecture number 19. The students who are new here, guys, please do subscribe to our channel and go and watch previous 18 lectures also. They are also going to be helpful. Okay? So I'll be waiting for a thumbs up quickly from your end. If you can see me, if you can hear me, I'll just start with your class. Payal, Shweta, Ishita, Nilesh, Deepika, very good evening, guys. Acha, thumbs up is here. ठीक है, तो I will assume that I am audible to all of you. Anamika, Dimpy, the students who have joined in just now. Okay, guys, so this scheme is going to be helpful for, this lecture is going to be helpful for RBI Gr B 2020 and NABARD Gr A 2021. Typically, I will not recommend you to cover these schemes because, see, anyhow, the time is less and there are a lot of things to study. So you can skip schemes wala part. Okay? But if you are referring to it anyhow, abhi that you have time, पढ़ सकते हो, then just go through it. It will be helpful to you in that case. So a very important announcement, EduTap has launched 2021 courses for RBI, SEBI, NABARD, ठीक है जी, and a very important announcement again. We are running a festival bonanza, so 40% off on all the courses by EduTap, RBI, SEBI, NABARD, EPFO and AFO courses as well. Festive 40 is the coupon code, guys. Use this coupon code to avail the discount. ठीक है, ये है कूपन कोड, आप इसको यूज कर सकते हैं डिस्काउंट अवेलेबल करवाने के लिए. दिस ऑफर वाज इनिशियली वैलिड टिल 15th November. नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ द डिमांड वी हैव एक्सटेंडेड इट टिल 22nd. ठीक है, गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर यू गाइस. फेस्टिव 40, इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू सी स्क्रीन पे, तो फेस्टिव कैप्स में 40 विदाउट एनी स्पेस, इसको यूज कर लो. 40% ऑफ यू कैन अवेल. ओके गाइज, so a paragraph is here just like the same it is there in the examination. So I have a paragraph for you and then I have few questions based on that paragraph for you. Okay? I'll read out the paragraph. The Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme has been formulated as a specific response to the unprecedented situation caused by COVID-19 and the consequent lockdown, which has severely impacted manufacturing and other activities in the MSME sector. In view of the critical role of the MSME sector in the economy and in providing employment, proposed scheme is expected to provide much needed relief to the sector. So this is basically the context of the scheme, the questions we are going to discuss. In the examination, guys, what happens usually is that they will not give you the scheme. They will say that this scheme, ECGLS as it is written there, it would not be there in the examination. They would omit this name and the very first question would be, what is the name of the scheme? So all the features are there that this has been formulated to tackle the situation caused by COVID-19 for the MSME sector, to help the sector raise. All these things would be given and the question would be, which of the following is this scheme? So you'll have to identify. Here you know the scheme is Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme. ठीक है जी. I have not made a question is pay because we have discussed a lot of questions like that. I hope that whenever a paragraph is there, you will keep this in mind that through the paragraph you should be able to identify the scheme, which is not difficult. If you are aware about the benefits of the scheme, the features, you can easily identify it. Okay? Now my question based on the paragraph of the scheme or the scheme directly is, under the scheme, what percentage of guarantee coverage would be provided by National Credit Guarantee Trust Company Limited to ट्रस्टी कंपनी लिमिटेड टू एलिजिबल एमएसएमईज एंड इंटरेस्टेड मुद्रा बोरोवर्स। तो ये जो मुद्रा है गाइस, प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना वाली मुद्रा है। आई हैव कवर्ड मुद्रा योजना अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स एंड आई होप यू नो दैट इट इज़ अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट योजना। शिशु किशोर तरुण वाले जो लोन्स एक्सेट्रा हैं उनको पढ़ लेना। इन प्रीवियस लेक्चर समवेयर वी हैव कवर्ड, इफ यू आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट इट गो रेफर देयर, ठीक है। Coming to the question, percentage of the guarantee coverage provided by NCGTC to the eligible MSMEs and Mudra borrowers is 50%, 100%, 30%, 70% और 40%। तो guys इसका जो आंसर है it is 100%, yes, undoubtedly it is 100%। complete coverage is there for the MSME borrowers। 30 नहीं है please, 100% straight away। तो this is going to be provided, it will be provided in the form of guaranteed emergency credit line facility, GECL facility, don't forget it, it's easy। अच्छा, ये जो 100% guarantee coverage है ना, it is up to rupees 3 lakh crore ऐसे करके for additional funding of rupees this, ये additional funding provide की गई है to all the borrowers के up to this limit सारे borrowers को कर देंगे cover, ठीक है, उसके ऊपर नहीं जाएंगे। Objective of this scheme is particularly to provide an incentive to MLIs, that is member lending institutions, to increase the access and also to enable the availability of additional funding facility to the borrowers। अब जो MLIs हैं, who all are there in the MLIs? These are banks, financial institutions and NBFCs। so this can also be a question, right, कि इनमें से who of the given below या which of the following are actually MLIs under this particular GECL वाला scheme। तो banks भी हैं, financial institutions भी हैं, NBFCs हैं। it's not like this कि only banks are eligible, no, FIs and NBFCs are also there, this you have to know। objective आपको पता चल गया, additional funding facility up to 3 lakh crore है, 100% coverage would be provided, right। Question 2 guys, interest rates under the ECLGS shall be fixed at -% for banks and FIs and -% for NBFCs। हाँ जी, this has been defined that interest rates should be fixed for banks and FIs और NBFCs दोनों के लिए। तो what would it be respectively? Respectively क्योंकि दो blanks है ना, तो 9.25 and 14%, 10.25 for banks and FIs and 15% for NBFCs, 8.25 for banks FIs, NBFCs के लिए 15 रहेगा, 7.65 for banks FIs, 10 for NBFCs, या फिर 10.5% for banks FIs and 12% for NBFCs। Anyone knows it? If yes, please give the answer। So see, you see that we are covering a lot of figures in the form of questions। So do you need to remember these figures guys? Yes, the important figures, अब ये वाला है जैसे interest rate है हो गया, guarantee coverage कितना provide किया जा रहा है, all these things are basic features of the scheme है ना, especially which has been recently launched। तो these are important, please, I know it's difficult to cram these up but they are scoring for you। तो इधर आई कैन सी ऑल ऑफ यू हैव गिवन द राइट आंसर, नीलेश, इशिता, अखिल, प्रीति, दीपिका, कृतिका, प्रिया, अगेन डिम्पी, सब लोग बोल रहे हैं ए इज द राइट आंसर। जो बैंक्स एंड एफआईज हैं फॉर देम इट इज 9.25% अपर लिमिट, 14% फॉर एनबीएफसीज। तो बैंक्स एंड एफआईज जो है ना वो करेंगे आरबीआई प्रिस्क्राइब्ड एक्सटर्नल बेंचमार्क लिंक्ड रेट प्लस 1%, लेकिन सब्जेक्ट है to a maximum of 9.25%। So this cannot be exceeded for banks or financial institutions के केस में, and for NBFCs it has to be 14%। इससे ऊपर you cannot go interest rate, ठीक है। And the scheme may be operated in combination with applicable interest subvention schemes as far as feasible। ये भी एक added point has been given for this particular scheme, ठीक है जी। I hope you will remember this। Question 3, what amount has been sanctioned by the government for ECLGS spread over the current and next 3 financial years? So basically 4 years के लिए this has been given, and the amount which has been sanctioned by the government is, तो figure based question again। Guys, this is also part of your current affairs, because if you know that what type of schemes are important, or if you have seen the toppers videos like the toppers interviews which we try to upload on a regular basis, you will get to know that schemes which are either launched or in news, they are old but they are in news, or some changes have been brought, in those schemes in past 1 year, they are going to be important for you. तो ये तो launch ही हुई है, this is anyhow going to be important, है ना? तो गाइज इसका आंसर है 41,600 करोड़, ऑप्शन सी, दिस इज द अमाउंट. तो द कॉर्पस ऑफ रुपीज 41,600 करोड़ हैज बीन फिक्स्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट for the 4 years, current or next 3 financial years के लिए. Scheme is going to be applicable to all loans which are sanctioned under this particular facility. ठीक है, from the date of announcement of the scheme or till an amount of rupees 300,000 crore is sanctioned under it. तो ये वाला point ना I have covered in your previous lecture. I think in your like either in your current affairs वाला lecture or schemes itself. This I remember covering it with you. तो टेनर तो 4 years हो गया, ठीक है, फ्रॉम द डेट ऑफ डिसबर्समेंट. क्वेश्चन 4 गाइज, दिस इज अबाउट अनदर स्कीम, ठीक है, दो ऑल द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स रिगार्डिंग द ये वाला क्रेडिट गारंटी आई हैव डिस्कस्ड. अब आई टेक यू टू द नेक्स्ट स्कीम. Employees state insurance scheme lies under the jurisdiction of which of the following ministries. तो जो ESI scheme है, it's not a new scheme unlike the previous one that was launched recently, but this ESI scheme is an old one, काफी पुरानी है. Why are we covering it here? Because guys, it has been in news a lot. If you are going through the newspapers or if you are reading the current affairs magazine EduTap की, तो you must know that this scheme is in news a lot. इधर ही pandemic, COVID इस सब की वजह से दिस वॉज इन न्यूज़ काफ़ी ज़्यादा. तो बेसिक क्वेश्चन पुरानी स्कीम पे, इट इज़ अंडर द एम्बिट ऑफ विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मिनिस्ट्री? मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस, कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री, लेबर एम्प्लॉयमेंट, ग्रीवेंसेस, रूरल डेवलपमेंट. तो लेबर एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट है गाइज, ऑप्शन सी. आई कैन सी मैनी ऑफ यू हैव रिटन, आई एम सॉरी इफ आई एम नॉट एबल टू टेक द नेम्स ऑफ एवरीवन, लेकिन आंसर इधर सी है. आई कैन सी ठीक ही लिखा है. तो गाइज ESIC एक is a self-financing social security and health insurance scheme for the Indian workers. It's a self-financing scheme, health insurance as well as social security scheme. This fund, ESI fund, is managed by the ESIC according to the rules and regulations which are stipulated under ESI Act of 1948. अब जो ESIC है, Employee State Insurance Corporation, it's a statutory body under Ministry of Labour and Employment. तो indirectly ESI scheme is under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Labour and Employment. This you have to know, ठीक है, क्योंकि ESIC looks after ESI which is itself under Ministry of Labour and Employment. Okay guys, shall we move to next question? Acha, one more thing. In case you guys are preparing for EPFO examination of UPSC, which is to take place in the month of May, then guys this scheme is very very important. Social security scheme है, ठीक है, social security is a part of your syllabus of EPFO, तो ये बहुत important रहने वाली है. Question 5 guys, what is the employer's contribution and employees contribution in the ESI scheme? तो चलो जी, अगेन इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो रिस्पेक्टिवली कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन रहता है एम्प्लॉयर का और एम्प्लॉय का, व्हाट वुड इट बी? 3.25, 0.75, 1.25, 3.25, 4%, 1%, 1.25, 3.75 या फिर 4.56 एंड 0.5. तो जो क्यूमुलेटिव है ना गाइज, the cumulative जो percentage contribution बनता है in the scheme is 4%. So that way, if you know that also, you will be able to answer this question, right? See, this is the way you have to answer questions. That it does not, the question does not mean that you have to, you know, you are at that point of time in the examination, you sit and revise that, recall that have I read it somewhere exact line? No, you just think that what all have I read about the scheme? How can I answer this question, right? So 4% is it, and 3.25 and 0.75 respectively. So employee 0.75, employer 3.25, right? Next question, according to ESI scheme, employees drawing wages up to rupees dash a month are entitled to social security cover under the ESI Act. Ab now, why are we covering this particular thing, guys? This has been recently increased. I think in June or July. Few months back this was increased. Earlier it used to be rupees 15,000. अब इसको increase कर दिया है, तो what is it? Increase किया है, तो A, B, C cannot be the answers because earlier it was 15, it has now been extended. So the answer would be D or E. I'm giving you a hint here. Dimpy ji, nahi, I'm not taking 12,000. I'm not taking 12,000. 15,000 I've already told you it was earlier. Now it has been extended, guys. 21,000 it is now. Yes, this is the recent current thing due to which this is in news a lot. So ESI applies to the factories and other establishments wherein 10 or more persons are employed. ठीक है, वहाँ पे एक तो ये रहेगा. You must know this. For I have told you this is important. In some states, the threshold can even be 20. Coming to the wage जो monthly है. Employees of the factories and establishments drawing wages up to rupees 21,000 a month are eligible, are entitled to social security cover under this scheme. Earlier 15,000 tha, it has been now increased. Okay guys, to rupees 21,000. Social security benefits as well as other benefits are there under the ESI scheme. So social security benefits includes medical benefits, sickness benefit, maternity, disablement, etc. While other benefits are funeral expenses and confinement expenses. तो ये सब होता है benefits which are provided under ESI scheme. So clearly it's a social security scheme, okay, for the employees who are earning not more than 21,000 per month, which was earlier 15,000. Okay, next question, question number 7. Which of the following unemployment allowance scheme or schemes comes under the ambit of ESI? So ESI scheme has 1, 2 or 3. Which schemes under it? Atal Bimat Vyakti Kalyan Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Bima Suraksha Yojana, Rajiv Gandhi Shramik Kalyan Yojana, A and B both, A and C both. I'll wait for like this answers. This is a difficult question. So if you have read about this scheme, let's see if you are able to answer it. Unemployment allowance scheme which comes under the ambit of ESI scheme only is. तो गाइज अटल बीमित व्यक्ति कल्याण योजना तो बहुत फेमस है और वो ESI के अंडर है ही है, ठीक है, डेफिनेटली. बट इट नॉट ओनली ए इज द आंसर, आपका आंसर रहेगा ई, दैट इज एक तो अटल बीमित व्यक्ति वाला एंड राजीव गांधी श्रमिक कल्याण योजना. एक तो दिस योजना इज important. I'll tell you what is it, ठीक है, because they are in news due to ESI scheme, so we will cover them. I hope you guys are clear here. E is the answer. This is the reason we try to cover questions for the scheme so that you get to know that okay, this I've read somewhere, but was I able to answer this in the examination? When will you be able to do that? When you know what type of questions come, ठीक है. So coming to Atal Bimat Vyakti Kalyan Yojana, it's a welfare scheme implemented by ESIC itself. ठीक है, it offers cash compensation to insured persons when they are rendered unemployed, and it provides relief to the extent of 50% of the average per day earnings during the 4 contribution periods, which are to be paid for maximum 90 days of unemployment once in a lifetime. तो ऐसा नहीं है हर बार you will be unemployed, rendered and you will be given compensation for a lifetime. No, once in a lifetime this can be availed. ठीक है. तो अच्छा ये ना राजीव गांधी श्रमिक कल्याण योजना, तो under this scheme an insured person or women who are going out of employment after being insured 3 or more years due to they're going unemployed due to the closure of factory, involuntary retrenchment or permanent invalidity are eligible and entitled to unemployment allowance हो गया equal to 50% of the wage for a maximum period of 2 years. फिर medical care for self as well as family from the ESI hospitals or dispensaries. Okay, and vocational training would be provided for upgrading their skills. So expenditure on this upgrading of the skills will also be provided under this particular yojana. So guys, this is a new yojana which we have discussed in like many lectures which we have covered already. This was not mentioned, but this I hope is clear now. ठीक है. My last question, guys. Poor families eligible under which of the following schemes can also avail facilities in the ESI hospitals and dispensaries? So the people who are under this particular yojana can avail facilities under ESI wale hospitals. राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना, प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना, प्रधानमंत्री मुद्रा योजना, बोथ ए एंड बी, या फिर नन ऑफ द अबव? दिस इज माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन. I'll just wait for answer. Kritika Venkatesh says Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. Preeti is also going with A. Okay. Nilesh A. Deepika A. Virendra A. ठीक है guys, that's right. राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना, बिल्कुल correct it is. It is about स्वास्थ्य बीमा है ना, तो हॉस्पिटल्स डिस्पेंसरीज है, तो इट्स इजी फॉर यू टू आइडेंटिफाई. स्वास्थ्य बीमा वाली होगी. आवास योजना में तो हाउसिंग फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइडेड. मुद्रा योजना तो हो गया अलग से, we have discussed it. So coming to Swasthya Bima Yojana, in addition to the insured workers under ESIC, poor families which are eligible under Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana RSBY can also avail facilities in these hospitals. Employees which are registered under this scheme are entitled to medical treatment for themselves and their dependents, unemployment cash benefit in contingencies, and also maternity benefit in case of women employees. This was again a very very important point. Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana I'll keep for some other lecture. Puri Yojana we will discuss some other time, but this was the clause of this Yojana which was related to ESI, so that is why I covered it here in this lecture. I hope you will not forget it. So that's it guys from my side. I hope the lecture was of use to you. You could find a lot of important things in today's lecture, and you could also get orientation of covering the schemes. ठीक है, so that is all from my side guys. That's it. Thank you for joining in today. And I would also like to tell you all about our results. RBI Grade B 2019 results are out recently. EduTap's selections have gone, like they have increased many-fold, 107 selections out of 156 posts. We are really blessed. We are happy to announce this result. ठीक है जी. NABARD Grade A, Grade B 2019 में तो already we had brilliant selections. This year in RBI again bumper selections I would say. So we are happy to announce that. ठीक है. 2018 you can see NABARD, RBI, SEBI, all three examinations, wonderful selections. So that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you did, do subscribe to our channel, do like this video, do share it, and do visit our website if you want to know about the courses. ठीक है. Festive 40 तो मैंने आपको बता ही दिया है, is the coupon code. use कर लो to avail the discount, and that is it. Thank you guys for the lovely comments. I wish you all the very best. ठीक है. Please prepare well. Keep yourself safe. Keep yourself and your loved ones safe. And that's it. Bye bye. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow for your financial awareness lecture on Friday at 5 p.m. Bye bye.